Well, it's Fraud Friday, and we're going to learn more about some of those travel scams that are out there because we want to have a fun, safe summer, right? Joining us today, to my immediate left, of course, Jessica Holiday. She's Director of Fraud and Superior Credit Union. Then Pam Vandermark with the Leiter Branch Manager at Superior Credit. So thank you both for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so, you know, summertime, we want to get away and enjoy ourselves, but already this week, and we've had other texts and scams too, but we've been getting these BMV texts, and we've had Turnpike texts. I mean, be careful with these, right?
Yep. So if you're receiving a text message from the BMV or the Ohio Turnpike, first of all, you need to stop and think. Was I on the Turnpike? Do I owe a toll? Why would they be texting me? Why do they need my card information? So basically, it's forcing you, it's making it urgent. Like if you don't respond, you're gonna, get a ticket, you're gonna get fined, you're gonna have your car impounded. All that information, they're just using that to try to scare you, to get you to react. So just stop, think, try to find this trusted source number and make a phone call. Yep.
So if you don't think about it and click on there, are they going to ask for your information then? And then that's where it all goes downhill?
That's where it all goes downhill from there. So if you would ever do that, immediately contact your financial institution, get onto your online banking, block your debit cards or credit cards that are on there to protect yourself from that. But the biggest thing is get a hold of your financial institution and let's get things taken care of for you.
Right, yeah, because they do make it seem urgent. Because I know that Ohio BMV one, it said like, we're going to take your driver's license away, your registration and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they make it sound like you have to do it right now. Nothing is ever that urgent. You have time. You always have like 30 days, 45 days. Even if you get a speeding ticket, think about it. You have 30 days to pay your speeding ticket. So, just stop and think.
Yep. Well, lots of people want to get away. And, there's on social media and there's always posts about travel and, hey, click here and you can find out more. I mean, how do we book our travel and be careful about it and not make sure we're not getting scammed?
So a lot of people are out there surfing for like, that beachfront condo or, B&B, whatever. If you have something that's too good to be true, then, you want to question it. 3 nights, 3 day, 2 nights, $500. Okay, let's be real. You're not staying in a beachfront house for that low. And especially if they want you to send the money via Cash App or some other money transfer service, that's another big flag that you're being scammed. So you just, again, stop and think.
Right,
Does it make sense?
Because, I mean, it looks like a beautiful vacation home, right?
It does, yeah.
But just think about it and make sure you don't send too much money or any money right away. I mean, how do you know? Even like going through Airbnb and stuff, is that more legit? Is that the way you should go? Sorta?
Yeah, so the VRBO and the Airbnbs, always do your research. Just always check to make sure that it is a legitimate source. You can go and you can do a Google search of the address. You can go and do a Google search of the name of the person that claims that they own that property. There are ways that you can do your own research to be able to find out. And if you're unsure, contact somebody at a financial institution where you bank at and have them help you get that information and see if that information is correct information.
Right, yeah, because you don't want to get
We're always willing to help.
Right, yeah, you're always willing to help. That's I think the neat thing is to know that too.
Yes.
All right. So you mentioned also be careful of gas pumps and Wi-Fi. I mean, why? Tell us about this.
So the gas pumps, when you're using the gas pumps, you want to make sure that you're using your card as a credit. Obviously, if your card feature has a tap to pay, always use that feature. That's more a safer, secure way. But with the fraudsters out there, they're obviously trying, this is their prime time. They're going to go out there, they're trying to get as much information as possible, trying to scam as much as possible. So, just be leery of, where you're using your card.
Okay, very good. So tap to pay is better, huh?
Tap to pay is much better.
All right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think,
more
well,
encrypted.
How can that be? But more encrypted. Oh, that makes me feel better then. I know I can do that kind of stuff. All right. So some good hints to make sure we're safe and don't get scammed for the summertime. So thank you guys for coming today.
Thank you so much for having us.
All right, don't go away. We'll take a look at the weather forecast next.